Lesson 9. Smart contract risks and threats. As businesses and brands venture into the world of blockchain technology and smart contracts, it's important to be aware of the potential risks and threats associated with their use. Your organization may or may not yet be developing smart contracts internally, but they do pose some of the biggest security threats in Web3, so it is important to have an understanding of these risks. Smart contracts are self-executing programs that run on blockchain technology and can automate the execution of contractual agreements. While they offer many potential benefits for businesses, they also come with some risks that need to be understood and considered before adopting them on a large scale. Some of the main risks include code vulnerabilities. Smart contracts are written in code, and like any code, they can have bugs or vulnerabilities. If a vulnerability is present in a smart contract, it could be exploited by attackers to steal or modify data or assets. This could lead to significant financial and reputational damage to the business. Consider: are you developing the smart contract in-house or externally? If external, ensure you complete thorough due diligence on the company or subcontractors. Ensure NDAs, scheme of work, and legal contracts are thorough and comprehensive prior to the work being completed. Immutability. Once a smart contract is deployed on the blockchain, it is immutable, meaning that it cannot be modified or deleted. If there is an error or issue with a smart contract, it may be difficult or impossible to fix without creating a new one. This can be problematic for businesses that require flexibility or need to make changes to contractual terms. Consider: ensure all smart contracts are tested by a reputable third-party organization to ensure the code is free from bugs and errors. Regulatory compliance. Smart contracts can have implications for regulatory compliance, as they may not always conform to existing legal frameworks. Businesses need to be aware of the legal and regulatory implications of using smart contracts, and ensure that they are in compliance with relevant laws and regulations. Consider: ensure legal teams are involved in the project planning and scope of any smart contract development projects from the outset, to ensure the relevant laws and regulations are met. Oracles. Smart contracts often rely on external data sources, known as oracles, to execute their functions. If an oracle is compromised, it could provide incorrect data to the smart contract, leading to incorrect or unexpected outcomes. Consider: ensure all smart contracts are tested by a reputable third-party organization to ensure the external data sources are secure. Governance and consensus risks. Some smart contracts may have governance mechanisms that rely on consensus among stakeholders. Disagreements or conflicts among stakeholders can result in delays or changes in contract execution, leading to business disruptions. Consider: if governance mechanisms are included in a smart contract, ensure you review the different scenarios where consensus is required. Scalability limitations. Blockchain platforms may have limitations in terms of scalability, transaction throughput, and gas fees. These limitations can impact the performance and usability of smart contracts, especially in high-volume use cases. Consider: review the use case of the project and estimate the expected number of transactions to ensure that a suitable blockchain is used, both from a scalability and gas fee perspective. Lack of standardization. Smart contracts are still a relatively new technology, and there is a lack of standardization in terms of coding, security audits, and best practices. This can result in inconsistencies and varying levels of security across different smart contracts, which businesses should be aware of. To mitigate these risks, businesses need to ensure that sufficient planning is in place prior to the project beginning. Involving multiple internal stakeholders in the project, including legal, will be essential. Conducting thorough testing of smart contracts both internally and via third-party specialist organizations before deployment to identify and address any vulnerabilities is critical. Clear protocols for smart contract management, including processes for auditing and updating contracts, is also needed. That completes Lesson 9. You should now have a better understanding about some of the risks and threats associated with smart contracts.